Necesitamos estampillas potables.
You are now tuned in to your number one radio station.
Violent people.
Radio.
First game of the season does not matter, so I don't even know why you're paying.
First game of the season is the only game that matters.
Doesn't matter at all.
First and last. That's it.
It's a long season. This game does not matter. Unless
You're change your tune.
Unless we come back. Then suddenly I might have a different opinion. But as of right now, I think it's just a learning experience for the boys.
I agree. It's hard to disagree with that right now.
You're like, I do not care if they're missing Josh Hart, the heart and the soul of the team, or Mr. Robinson, one of the best offensive rebounders in the league, and they're still getting out rebounded on the offensive glass, like 10-1.
Oh my god! I just looked at the Pistons Bulls. Yeah, first game doesn't count at all. That's just make believe.
Yeah,
Are Bulls winning?
It's super.
The Bulls are winning by so much.
Basketball is a cool sport, you know. Anything can happen any given
I mean,
night.
it's awesome because it seems to be purely on the back of Vucevic, who they constantly are talking about trading.
I mean, that's the issue. Yeah, you might be able to win a game with them.
Yeah.
Bulls don't want that. You know what do the Bulls want at the end of the day?
Who could know?
Nobody's
Who could say?
known for like 25 years.
It's like, do they want to win? Do they want to tank?
I don't know that.
Just want Rodman back. That'd be so sick if Dennis Rodman came out of retirement for like one more run with the Bulls and just sucked ass.
Oh no! Is Dennis Rodman like 60 right now?
Yeah, something like he's in his 50s, I think, and like he's been an alcoholic full time for like
64.
25 years.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was young.
He's old.
I thought it was just that he was young and looked old because he drank himself into looking old.
Now, this is the opposite side of that coin, but I had fully worked myself into thinking that Westbrook was going to China and it was going to be amazing. Like he was going to score 80 points a game.
He should have went on like a Legends tour. We don't get that enough. Dwight kind of did it, but not as cool.
My nephew's playing 2K and it pops up saying like LeBron James wants to have a retirement tour. Will you allow him? And he clicks no, and I got so mad. I was like, "What are you doing?" But it's because I guess if you do that, if you let him have a tour, you can't extend them. I guess normally if they retire, you can just say like, "No, never mind. You're playing more." So he's just working that man till he's 50, I guess.
This is not your choice. Damn. Crazy work. All right, so episode 73 of Violent People Radio. That's not
episode.
correct, right?
It's 71.
71. Practically the same thing. We're gonna start with the big top on this episode. We got Chris, Dan, Pat. You know them. You love them. Big top. Kind of disgraceful for the NBA to say that the final heave at the end of a quarter does not count towards that player's stat line.
It is cowardice of the highest order.
I think that's gross. Thoughts?
It also apparently doesn't count at the end of the quarter if you try to call a timeout and you don't have any.
Well, that's just basketball, baby. That's just
we're not enforcing that rule.
But yeah, I've seen Jarrett Allen at the end of the first quarter and them say, "That's a team field goal." I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Do people just so badly not want to win that they just are not willing to take a missed shot on their line items.
I hate to sound old. It's this younger generation. That's all they care about, their stats. They're not worried about the win. They don't know real ball. Not enough hand
how many
checking,
of these-
too.
How many of these contract stipulations are attached to field goal percentage? I don't think many. If you did sign that, you're an idiot. That's not on the big sports league. That's on you, fella. Get a better agent. Get $1 million bonus when you win the slam dunk contest. That's the kind of negotiation you should be doing.
They should have more slam dunk contests.
Like once a
Just have,
week.
like,
No, not once a
Yeah.
week, but at least like once a month.
Yeah, monthly sounds good.
Sounds fair. I mean,
They should
people
be like the
already won't
pay-per-views
do
of the NBA.
the premium live events.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right, I'm familiar with those.
Did you guys see that thing that said that the ESPN app was making like $35 million off of subscriptions? So they were coming up about 300 million short for what they're paying for the PLEs.
That's like an accounting error.
Yeah, I mean, I think accounting errors are kind of how streaming platforms exist.
I don't think any of them have ever made money.
No,
No, they
But
have
ESPN is
not.
really not making money. You know?
Yeah.
But also like,
I talked about what a bad idea it was, and you were like, "I'm a day one subscriber," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
that's not watching the game right now. Dan, I don't know what to tell you. How else am I watching Cleveland versus the New York Knickerbockers?
I'm watching it on Kofu Player.
No, that ain't it. That ain't it.
I don't have trouble with it.
Hey, that's one of us. That's one of us.
You can't even use VK, so I don't know what's
I
going on
can't.
in your life.
They've banned me. I thought I had them, thought I was in, and then they're like, nope. We still
in
think you're sending
retrospect,
a messages on
your
this platform.
username of Ukraine Sam was a bad move.
They didn't like it. They didn't like it. They
I
thought
was
that
gonna
an
say
issue.
the butt farter is a big deal over there, and you can't even.
Yeah, shout
Can't
out
even
to
get-
Butt Farter.
So that was the big top.
So let's
See,
get into
I
what we've
thought-
been watching.
I
Let's do
thought
it.
the big top was going to be Dan explaining the mythos of the Black Phone franchise.
I mean, there's only
I have
one
lots of
movie.
questions.
I haven't seen the second movie yet.
Oh, that's such a bummer. I really want you to spoil it.
You're not grabbing like that.
I mean, I will probably see it in the next couple of days. But the original plan was tomorrow. I don't know if that's going to happen, but there's not really much mythos that we know of. You know, like there's ghosts in the phone. That's pretty much it.
I don't know. Maybe by Black Phone 9, we'll have a sense of the world they live in.
We'll really dive deep. Well, I'll talk about what I watched first since no one's jumping. As of 12 hours ago, I had watched one professional wrestling match since the last time I recorded VPR. Now, I didn't like that, so I went and I crammed in a bunch of YouTube. And now I got a little bit more. But before that, all I had watched was Tyree Jackson versus Will Cruz from the Wrestling Open promotion, which I believe is legally distinct in wrestling.
I think that's where you went wrong.
yeah.
Off the jump.
Well, I'll tell you what. I like the idea of this match. Both these guys, big tubby boys. Then he's gonna cry, which is kind of unique. Like when he gets hit, he literally looks like he's about to cry, which I don't really feel like I get that in wrestling. Like it looks like he's really hurt, and there's
that a
parts of this
gimmick?
where it's cool. I don't know if it's on purpose. Every face he makes, I think, oh, this boy's about to cry. I feel bad.
Okay.
The only other Tyree, I think I've seen a couple Tyree Taylor. I know he had a Drew Gulak match.
No,
so you know
I
I've
got
seen
what you
that.
meant.
No.
I was like, that
Seen
match
that one.
was fucking good, man. Drake Younger versus Drew Gulak. We're talking about it all year long.
We're gonna be talking about that on the year-end show, I'm so sure. But we won't be talking about this one. But it's I mean, it's fine. I don't know. Don't watch it. Don't support Drew, I guess. The other 7 matches I watched I was like, oh shit.
Sorry, don't you
DPR.
support Ben Gerard, actually?
I don't know.
Sorry, Denver, Colorado's out of the business
Ooh.
from a booking perspective.
And all I know is that Adam Lash never had anything to fucking do with that company.
Not a single thing. Brought
That's
no
what,
ideas to the
that's
table.
what Drew's telling me.
Sorry, I actually don't keep up with Facebook or Twitter. That's fake.
It's
right?
this
You're
is
just
a
making- that's
Twitter thing. Drew
No,
said,
this is real?
He said don't pretend that you're a co-founder of the company.
That's awesome. No,
That's not like a
Yeah,
real quote. It's very close to that though.
I saw a headline or something, like a tweet that was like, beyond co-founder Ricky Shane Page. I can't remember where the headline was, but I was just like, did Ricky Shane Page co-found Beyond Wrestling and then just fuck off for 10 years? What happened?
Well, that's actually something different. But Adam Lash most certainly co-founded. But I guess they're considering Powerbomb TV distinct from IWTV, which is
I think
interesting.
that's cool. I do think that's cool. It's incorrect, but very cool.
Yeah, it's just like the cool way to pretend he didn't exist, but whatever. But yeah, that they went back and forth because I think Adam said you should put your stuff on YouTube so you make money off of your shows and people see them. Because either way, you're not going to make big money, so you might as well have people see them. Which transfers to, like I said,
Seems right. Seems right.
it does. Like, how many people are really watching? What do they watch? Not Beyond Wrestling Open number 198, which is insane. I think it might have been really 198. That's too many. No one's seen those.
I'm so interested because one of the promotions that's close to me that I would never go see again, Excite Wrestling. Like, they used to make a big deal about streaming on Twitch. Like, that was a big deal for them. They're like, this is what we're doing. We're going to get the most eyeballs possible. And now they're very much on independent wrestling TV. I'm like, what's the math here? How'd that work for you? Couldn't tell you.
I don't know. John Thorne says they're making big money with the YouTube subscriptions, but John Thorne also said they were making big money on Triller, big money on IWTV. No matter what AIW is doing, they're making big money.
I mean,
Always
I
on
can-
top.
there's a certain, kind of sliding scale. So big AIW money is different from big money.
They got enough to bring in Dolph for December.
What a big show.
names.
What a big show.
Yeah.
When are we talking about that one? I'm sure.
Probably be a big top, I assume.
Yeah, we always love to cover AIW on this podcast.
But like
Yeah,
I was
did
saying, I
you
went to
see-
YouTube and I went, let me watch some fucking wrestling. I put in my watch later and just no particular order. I watched Brock Anderson versus Kerry Morton from June of this year from All Star Wrestling. This is a company out of West Virginia. This is their big Bash and Beckley show. They claim they had 1,100 people there. I mean, they probably had, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds. It was a lot. Fucking, they get a ton of people. These shows are sponsored by Jim Cornette's lawyer. What's his name? Stephen New.
Kenny Bolin. Oh,
No, the other lawyer. But this match was fun. I like Kerry Morton, I think, and Brock Anderson is not very good, but I like Kerry Morton, and he's like the king of Juggalo Championship Wrestling, as we all know. And he's just on all these smaller random shows, just fucking putting in work. And this match is so weird because you got Kerry Morton with Ricky Morton on the outside, Brock Anderson with Arn Anderson on the outside. Neither of those men do anything. Like, they don't have them involved in the finish, in the match. They just are out there just clapping.
I can tell you one thing they did, and that's collect a paycheck.
That's what I was like, those guys definitely got paid, and they didn't do a thing. I like went back. I was like, did I miss it? Were they involved at all? I was like, no. I'm like, what a way to make a living, though. So there's also a Jason Kincaid versus Huff Manley versus Matt Cross match from that show. Haven't checked that out, but that's the main event, so I got to get back to that at some point. Never will happen. Speaking of who's watching this stuff, when I watched this next match, there were 4 views. It had been up a week. Mike Quackenverse versus Jeff Peterson from 1998.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, this is This is from ECWA. They're doing they announced it as a Lucha Rules match.
Of course.
This will not come into
Jeff
play.
Peterson is Jeff Peterson the skinny guy who passed away really young?
Yeah, whether he
Am I-
died at like 21. They did the Peterson Memorial Cup for him.
I
out of Florida.
remember him because back when this was happening live in like 2001 or something like that, he wrote in to Chris Hyatt's column on 411 Wrestling, just like basically calling Hyatt a homo for making fun of wrestling. I mean, that's pretty much a very toned down version of the language he used. And they just kept printing this back and forth, and then it was like update a few months later, Jeff Peterson died.
We know who won that
And
fight.
so- yeah, it was just kind of like, all right, well, I'm glad they have the Jeff Peterson Cup to honor his memory or something. But my first encounter with him was him being violently homophobic towards a random internet wrestling writer.
None of that manifested in this. But they announced it as Lucha Rules, which is a 20 count on the outside. No pile drivers. They also say no low blows, which, as far as I know, all wrestling has that rule. But whatever. That stuff never comes into play. And it's so cool. But it's like in 1998, this would have been the fucking coolest thing to see, I'm sure, because it's just Quack and Peterson doing the little lucha they know, segueing into lots of Jerry Lynn RVD spots. Like there's no less than 6 times where they stand up and have like the face off with, the fist up. And every time they do that, Jeff Peterson claps. Like they do the standoff and then he claps. Like he's very excited about it. The finish is a really sweet top rope powerbomb from Quack though. So that's worth going out of your way for. And I think it's cool that ECWA just is like, here's a match from 1998. I also watched, now we're getting serious business. Josh Crane versus Dominic Garrini from Neo Pro Wrestling from August of this year. This fucking ruled.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
This match it's not gonna be match of the year, but it's fucking, you gotta watch it. It's Dominic Garrini. I feel so bad. I've been burying him, and he's so fully back. I don't know what
Hey, he
happened. I don't know
heard
if he changed his
you,
diet,
and-
or if he probably heard me.
Dude has been like constantly injured for the past year, and you're like, well, I guess he sucks now. Now he finally is in good health, and guess what? He's still good.
I guess I thought he'd be injured forever. I don't know. I mean, Jesus.
You thought
It felt like
this
it.
was just like that's how his body is.
I mean, that's how I feel about my body sometimes. This is just how it is now. They just beat the shit out of each other, and the crowd's super in the dom, and just all the strikes are awesome, except for one very important knee strike from Josh Crane at the end, which really sucks because like everything had been hitting so great, so hard that the one like super obvious miss comes in like the finishing run, which is just, that's just luck. But yeah, Dom eats up Josh Crane at some points in this match, and people should check it out. But I don't think a lot of people are watching Neo Pro Wrestling out of Louisville, Ohio, which I don't even know where the fuck that is. And I lived in Ohio most of my life. I also watched, again, random YouTube channels. I talked about Big Time from Massachusetts putting up random stuff. They put up Test versus Giant Silva. This match is 3 minutes long.
Good Lord.
What
Giant
year did you
Silva.
say?
What year is Test versus Giant Silva?
It'd be awesome if it was like 2009.
Rock.
This was this year.
No, that's not how time works.
1998.
Okay, interesting.
Giant Silver's so fucking big that like Test looks small. Giant Silver's wearing like a button-down shirt and like athletic pants, and he only sells his hand. Test hurts his fingers, and that is all he sells for the rest of the match. It's like someone told him like, you have to make sure you're selling the hand, and so he does. But then to the point where Test will have him in the corner, and he's holding his hand, and Test is punching him and kicking him in the the chest, the face, yada yada yada. No reaction from Giant Silva. He's just still holding his hand. Like I said, Test is the worker of this match. He's the one moving. Giant Silva doesn't move that much until he just kills him with the power bomb. and then it's over. But that's fun. And then 2 more matches from this year. So all the matches I watched from this year I thought was really good. I watched Ace Perry versus Mad Dog from AAW.
Ace Perry, like totally cool dude. Is that correct? You want to stand by it?
Have we covered this? Is he definitely canceled for something?
No, I don't know.
You
I don't
talk
know.
about the match, and I will try to.
I mean, he was in. He was in.
Researchers on the pod.
He worked for Ian until the very end. So like something's off.
Something's up. Okay,
this is again like this is like the Dominic thing where it's just a Mad Dog show. Ace Perry doesn't really do much. AAW being AAW puts Perry over Mad Dog because you got it. Anytime you can put Ace Perry over in 2025, you got to do it.
Of course.
But yeah, just another notch in Mad Dog's belt that even me who tried to temper the praise for Mad Dog, I don't feel like he's as good as he's been in years past. He's just so fucking consistent that like he's gonna be my top 5 when we end up doing this.
It's not his fault that everyone else sucks.
That's kind of what this match feels like too against Ace Perry. You're like, he's doing his best. What do you want from him? And then I watched the newest Fishman versus Sagrada match from October 19th, I think is when it is.
Damn,
and this match for the first quarter and the last quarter fucking rocks. And I'm a fan of walking brawls. I'm a fan of, LA Park's phoning it in. Like, I like this stuff usually. I like, old fat luchadors not really giving his best. I was kind of really bored in the middle of this. Like, the beginning starts off where, I guess, the beginning starts off so hot, and then the ending's cool, and these guys are cool. You know what I mean? Like, you know what you're getting, but this is so far down in their pantheon of matches, I suppose, that I almost is like, if you haven't watched all their other matches, I feel like you got to go back and watch some of those rather than watch this. Afterwards, you're going to not believe this. I think they challenged each other to a mask match. So.
What?
Yeah, pretty exciting stuff. It seems like it's definitely going to happen. Why would they build towards it if it's not going to happen?
You don't talk about mask matches unless they're happening.
I get that. And I did watch one more match I forgot to mention from not this year. Roy Lucier posted a nicer copy of El Hijo de Santo versus Felino than I've seen before from 96, April 96. Yeah, that's whatever it is now. And it's one of those things where I watch it, and then after I watch it, I started putting it on Google, seeing what do people think about this. And I mean, Meltzer gave it 4 stars, but you look at Pro Wrestling Only, and a lot of people are kind of down in this match. And
haters.
I think it fucking rocks. They're fucking haters. It also could be a thing that just wrestling used to be better. So maybe you were watching lots of 96 CMLL, it doesn't stick out. But when you watch fucking Ace Perry and then you put on Santito and Felino, you're like, holy shit, these guys are wrestlers.
I think Felino gets a bad rap.
In this match, he's the better wrestler.
You're going to say Felino is a great wrestler.
He's a great wrestler. In this match, he's a better wrestler. No, he's not a better wrestler than El Santo. What's up?
I want to circle back to Ace Perry, and
thank you.
I can't find anything that he did, but I did find Google's AI overview is convinced that Ace Perry, a professional wrestler, was on the TV show Love Island.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right.
Was making a podcast appearance after a personal falling out with another cast member. And it degenerates into word salad because it's an AI overview and none of this is correct. But yes, Ace Perry is canceled by the fans of Love Island for airing out dirty laundry on a podcast, according to a completely made up AI summary.
Okay, I think that man's name is. I think there is a man named Ace from Love Island. I think he is a.
Yeah, I looked up
younger black man.
Yes.
Looks nothing like Ace Perry.
Yes, correct.
But again, Ace Perry, like I said, he worked for Ian all the way to the last show, and that to me raises a lot of red flags. But that's all about. Oh, speaking of that, I didn't watch wrestling, but I got from actual friend of the show, J.R. Goldberg, Meth Lab Bottle Arts Volume 2.
Bottle Arts.
Yeah. So yeah, when you weren't on, no one was correct in pronunciation. We know we let people call what is it, Kuzma? We let people say whatever they wanted.
Oh man! As soon as I heard it, I was like,
You were on
"What
the
the fuck's
Discord, just
going
like this is
on
how you.
here?" I would have put Cole on the ground. What is going on?
I don't know if that's a thing that J.R. Goldberg's actually like mailing out to people, or if I just annoyed him till he did it. But go ahead and do it. He's got an interview with Ian Rotten in there, and it's cool to read.
I think you just stalk him and then figure out what show he's going to be at, and then tell him, "Hey, bring it."
I mean, I have his return address. It's on the envelope.
Okay.
You want me to read it?
I know. I don't think
okay.
he would like that.
All right, I'm just asking.
Wrestling,
but yeah,
fans are
that's my
weird.
wrestling for the week.
Cool. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Thanks, I appreciate
Pat,
it.
Pat, what are you watching?
I've been sick this week, so I have not devoted a lot of time to watching professional wrestling. I did listen to podcasts about it. I listened to the latest official Grapply podcast, which was 5 hours on WCW Halloween Havoc 1995. And not a second was wasted. Everything was crucial listening. I also listened to Jim Fannin has a new podcast, speaking of IWA Mid-South. And he tells stories about what it was like working with Bull Payne early on, which as soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh man, we got to get, the other guys on this podcast need to listen to these stories about how Bull Payne did not know that Jim Fannin was not trained as a wrestler. And so was just throwing him around in the ring and then getting angry at him when Jim didn't know what to do. Culminating in a thing where there was some kind of segment. Fannin was in the ring and Bull Payne had a baseball bat, and Fannin got distracted by something. So Bull Payne just cracks him in the back with the bat for real. And then later is saying like, "Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, fuck you up that bad. I'm sorry, man." But also, he gives him a T-shirt to apologize, and then it's like, "Oh, but also, never take your eyes off me when you're in the ring because this is your fault."
Correct.
So I am looking forward to more episodes of that. We should contact him to find out what Ace Perry may or may not have done. But beyond that, no, I'm in pause mode for watching wrestling. I guess I don't know. I need to catch up on all the deathmatch stuff for the death panel, and I definitely need to make time this weekend for Dan's most anticipated show of the month, the GCW Shotzi Blackheart House of Horrors match, which is just booking a lot of Dan's favorite wrestlers in bizarre matches.
It sounds like he's making a joke. I'm fucking on board with that show.
Oh no, it's who is it? Is it Cheech in the blindfold match?
Yeah. Cheech versus
Marcus Mathers.
Yeah. In a blindfold match. So you got a casket mask with I read who's in it now, but you got Addis Koga versus Charles Manson in the casket mask. You got Matt Tremont versus Joshua Bishop. Garbage plate on a pole match. Lights out match between Isaiah Broner and one called Manders. Extreme Rules match between Slade and HC Lock.
Yeah, I mean, I saw them announce all this stuff. I'm like, they're just booking for Dan now.
They got your girl Emerson Jane against Shotzi Blackheart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that show should be a lot of fun. The downside is that the Rochester venue is usually filmed really badly. So
this is Sam. What are you doing this weekend, man?
Oh, I'm not.
What are you doing Friday?
I can't do this. Anything but that.
Matt Tremont versus Josh Bishop. You're not interested in that at all.
I am interested. Everything else that just came out of his mouth, not. So that's a tough sell. That's a tough sell.
Broner versus Manders. Nothing there?
No, not really.
Oh, well then I got nothing. Cheech and Cloudy are both on this show. You can never see them in Rochester.
I know. Like they're just never around, which is like crazy. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Well, I will watch the show when it shows up on VK.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Anything else to discuss? Otherwise,
No, just I hope you guys all had much more productive and fun weeks than I did.
I
Yeah,
don't
no.
know. I don't
Oh
know how
yeah,
much
you know
of
what?
the beginning of this you're
Not
going to include.
really, not wrestling, but I saw Tron Ares,
Oh,
and I don't know, man. I think the Tron magic is yet to be recaptured. But it does feel appropriate to a wrestling podcast to talk about a movie starring Jared Leto because, I mean, he is a like vaguely canceled sex pervert. So
he's buddies with Ace Perry, I think I read.
yeah, I mean they have like the same kind of vibe.
Sam, how
Wait,
much
no.
of the beginning of this when we were talking are you including? Like all of that? Because we are dangerously close to the first game starting mattering again.
Oh, I see. I'm watching.
Suddenly I think the
watching.
first game of the season, I'm like, you know what? Maybe it matters.
You know,
Maybe.
something. We might have something here. We might have something here.
Let's go ahead and put this one on the books.
Currently, Donovan Mitchell went 9 for 9 in the third quarter, scoring 21 points. Not good. Do not like. Stinky. So, Chris, Detroit Pistons, how we doing?
Ooh.
Bad.
Bad. All right. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Very, very not good.
Very not good. Okay. That's not great. Don't love that.
Let me tell you about something that was very not good. And that is the first string of shows IWRG did in the month of April. March, IWRG overperforming. Like lots of very fun shows where like a good deal of the matches were worth watching. Not so much start of April. I mean the first show is a tryout show. So like you get what you expect there. There's an okay Mexa Boys match. That's not going to like be anything close to one of their best matches. It sucks because Alas de Acero and Iron Kid is a fun tag match, but they are not really moving into another gear in that match. And like the Cybernetico is like it's trainees versus younger IWRG guys who are like one step above trainee. And some of those guys are good, like Hysteriosis is fine. Principe Centauro is good. Ray Astaroth is fun. But I mean it's a
I like that
Cybernetico.
there's one guy in the Cybernetico named Conan, spelled like Conan but with an IN instead of an AN.
Yeah, I do like that. And the Monster Matanza is here as well. There's a guy named Matanza. The Guerra del Golfo show from the 6th. It's got like two bigger matches in Achilles and Noisy Boy versus Bandito and Toxin, and like those are work rate guys having a perfectly fine match, but like nothing next level. Arez and Flamita have the best match of the show, but it feels like they're not doing their best. And then you've got the two steel cage matches setting up the Apuestas main event. And I mean, you've seen an IWRG cage match. It's like some okay brawling around the cage that's really hard to see, and then a bunch of guys escaping the ring. The match final is Cerebro Negro versus Mr. Mike, which is a fun like 5 minutes, but it's it is like 5 or 6 minutes of two guys you like who have already worked a cage match. And Mr. Mike loses his hair, which you expect, and it's fine. There's a Thursday wrestling show with Much Better, Noisy Boy, and Spiderfly versus Aleste Acero and Iron Kid match, this time for the titles, which better than the tryout show match, but also felt it was missing something. There is a great deal of fun to be had in La Pandemia versus Los Poros. Two very fun IWRG trios who are good at having trios matches. Rest of the show sucks. I guess the main event has like its moments. It's a walk and brawl with Io del Pirata Morgan and Vito Fratelli versus Io de Dos Caras and Hellboy. It has moments, but it's just a pretty forgettable walk and brawl. The match with the trios match right before the tag title sucks. I am sick of seeing MBM and Ultima Sombra on my screen. I was hoping them being people that are from Denmark and then work IWRG in 2025 CZW. I was hoping they would be stick. They're not. They suck. Hate these Danish freaks.
That's the next mug we're doing.
Yep. And then the show from the 13th. Some okay tag matches. A Vito Fratelli singles match that is not good. The match that I am most excited to watch, the one match I was excited to watch from the show, I did not, because the Red Wings started and then the Pistons started. And that's Bombero Infernal and the newly bald Mr. Mike versus Cerebro Negro and Cerebro Negro Jr. I'm sure that is one of the highlights of the month so far, but really a lot of just pretty forgettable stuff from IWRG. Straight up that they just didn't run one of the Thursdays. They didn't run the Thursday the 17th because the vibes must have just been bad. We need IWRG to thrive, and it is not helping me thrive at the moment.
You guys know how old Flamita is?
64.
He's 30 years old. I feel like I was watching some matches when Flamita was much too young.
That's cool.
That's like a lucha thing.
40?
We're just gonna be He's 30, so we're gonna be watching
30?
him for another. He's 30 years old, 30.
He was like only 18 when he was
like with
like
Penta
working
and
Dragon
Phoenix.
Gate.
Yeah,
and he was younger when he was like on DTU shows.
According to Wikipedia and Cage Match, they both have him at 30 years old.
That's crazy.
I clicked on his Cage Match and I saw that and I was like, I need to keep looking. And everywhere has him as the same age, 30 years old.
Well, we got to cancel him for this one.
Yeah, that's
he works GLEAT and Dragon Gate and IWRG. He can't be canceled.
That is a powerful combination.
Yeah. I don't actually know if he's on GLEAT anymore. No one watches GLEAT.
Aw.
They paywalled all their stuff. No one's watching that. I don't believe anyone that says they're watching it.
I am definitely not watching that.
I think with the absence of Tanner, no one here watches Japanese wrestling anymore, unless it's from 1984.
Speaking of that, Sam, you've been gone 14 weeks. I better you probably got what, a couple hours of wrestling to cover?
I got about 5 matches to talk about.
Hell
So,
yeah.
buckle up. First up, Ernie Ladd versus Sam Houston from 1984. It's not very good. You don't have to watch it. Sam Houston, the real worker of the match. Ernie Ladd barely can walk. Don Morocco versus Tito Santana from January 23rd, 1984. Turn it off 2 minutes in. Too long of a headlock. These folks don't know how to work. I think people that talk about Don Morocco and Tito Santana as super workers, top 100 of all time, smoking pot. What else are we cooking here? Watch this Joshi tag. We're not going to talk about that. Probably show up in a piece in a year. We'll see what happens. Nick Halen versus Kyle Matthews from Southern Honor Wrestling, February 8th. Pretty good. Pretty good. Kyle Matthews still got it. He can still pull some tricks out of his bag. So I'll always watch that. Love him dearly as a professional wrestler. Watched Grayson Pierce versus Owen Knight from that card. Not as good. Owen Knight, weird body. He's skinny fat.
We talking like
Don't know what to do with
Will
that.
Cruz weird or
Just skinny fat. Just skinny fat. Like a chubby junior heavyweight. Don't know how to make that work. Don't know how to make that work. I asked for some suggestions from the Discord of, hey, what should I watch? Someone, I forget who sent me what, so I'm not going to bother looking. Someone sent me Grindle versus Derek Long from Resolute Wrestling, July 11th, 2025. Neither of these dudes are Mike Payne, unfortunately. They do take some ill-advised shots to the head on occasions, but not enough. We need way more brain damage to help that pass the test. Bummer. They also look like two very distinct people that would have been at a bar in my high school town. But them's the breaks. Them's the break. We had Yujiro Yamamoto versus Tasoshi Okada from Miri Pro. I can say this is from Koro, because who else would recommend this to me? It rips. Y'all should watch this. It's just kind of like tripped out grappling for 80% of the match, which rocks.
Say the names again, like I was listening the first time.
Yeah, Yujiro Yamamoto versus Tasoshi Okada. You know?
Okay, all right.
Also, like just some shitty forearm strikes a few times in the match. That takes about 10% of the match. So do with that what you will. And finish is sick. So, no, I think it's really cool. Not a lot of grappling like this in 2025. Watched from Ulrich. I guess I remember more people. Sorry, than first person that recommended a match that I don't remember who you are. Porik, Paul Ashita versus Taku from Extreme Garbage Federation out of Japan. I think no ring wrestling is an abomination, and we should not respect it as real wrestling. So, didn't make it far into this, and I gave up and said, this is fake. This is not good. Sorry. Then watched everyone's favorite wrestler, AJ Gray versus JT Thorne from West Coast Pro Wrestling from September 5th. AJ Gray still got it. Still kicking ass, taking names. Taking ages. Then watched Soft Ground Wrestling's, my first Soft Ground Wrestling match of all time.
True.
Mhm.
That's exciting. I didn't know that. That's exciting.
And this one had a ring. So, do with that what you will. Kapika versus Ala Trophy. What a beautiful match. What a beautiful match. Trophy, super jacked. Big old dude. Love his vibe. Kapika looks like I Show Speed. So, that's a topical reference. for everyone that listens. And Trophy just beats the living chef. Tosses him around. Pico is landing in all of these awkward ways, which rules. Gets his head bashed against these wooden pillars on the outside that essentially are guardrails. The crowd's fantastic for this. They're really into it. And crowd goes up a hill, and it's just like a swarm of people going up the hill. That rocks. Just a match that feels good in the soul. Feels good in the soul. And Vixen versus Dale Patricks from ICW No Holds Barred from October 17th. This match rules. Also, it's one of the more yeah, maybe gonna hear about this in the death panel from me. One of the more sickening things where Vixen rolls into this like pile of barbed wire, and she's got the short shorts on with what's it? Not cobwebs, fishnets. Fishnet. Yes. So the barbed wire gets caught in the fishnets, which also like gets caught in her asshole, and that is insane. Men, they just can't pull this off to make it look exciting, make it look violent, because they wear pants when they deathmatch wrestle.
Well, now we know where IWTV is getting their money.
There we go. The match rules. Super bloody, super violent. Highly recommend. Dale Patricks. Yeah. Maybe he's got it. Maybe he's got it in 2025. What else? Not much else to talk about. Watched a Joshi match from January 26, 1984. Norio Totino versus Itsuki Yamazaki. Don't know how to pronounce that very well. Apologies, folks. But I believe couldn't really tell with commentary speaking so loudly over the announcer who was who. But I think Itsuki was beating the ever-loving shit out of Norio in just increasingly fucked up ways, which ruled. Just like, she's in the corner, kind of in the prone position, just kick her in the face multiple times. Shit like that. Ruled. Finish is booty juice, but can't win them all. It's only like 8 minutes. That's what I've been watching, Dan. That's what I've been watching.
I wish someone would tell me what soft ground wrestling to watch.
See, I feel like everyone's fake about it. I don't know what's good and what's not. Because everyone just seems like conceptually they're so invested in it. Who could care the difference between them?
And then this is my own ignorance, but like I don't remember their names because when I started watching, they used to title their stuff like WWE Royal Rumble 2024.
That rules. Okay.
So like I can't remember who I liked from those videos. And even now I'm on their YouTube and they have just like the funniest thumbnails and stuff. But it looks like they're actually putting wrestlers' names in the titles. So that's exciting.
Yeah. It's a new dawn. It's a new day.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Anyway, what's going on the site this week, folks?
Well, we had a late night with 2012 Royal Rumble, I'm pretty sure, since we last recorded.
Oh,
Yes, we have. I was on that show. Had a great old time with Porrick. We talk about sleep paralysis demon Big Show. We do some investigative journalism into why there were so many honkies on For the Culture this year.
That was fucked up.
It was really fucked up. There's a lot of honkies.
Fair enough. There might be a new one coming out fairly soon as well. So stay tuned.
Payment for the culture, and I was like, "What are you cooking?"
Oh, sorry.
2CW for the culture.
Oh my god.
Anything else going on the website?
Listen, I may have made a bold promise, but I will have you know I haven't touched the computer since the last recording till right now because I've been sick. So fuck all
I've
y'all.
had something sitting in drafts for about 3 weeks now, so
It
we'll see if that
looks
goes live.
Basically ready
done.
to go.
It's basically done.
Yeah, I've
I
read
think there's
that.
like 2 things I need to do, but then it's done. I think I just gotta find actually the image that's gonna go with it, and then it's live. So
I thought about publishing it when you were gone. I thought that'd be funny.
you know what? I probably would have been pissed off, but also probably needed to be done because it was like it's not. It's there. What else are we doing here? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So that might come out within next week, probably. Would be my guess.
Checking out the last 7 days on the site. The most popular stuff is my thing about Stanley Ketchel. Pat, your death panel got people going back to your May death panel. Both of those make the top 10 list here.
Wow, love that.
Yeah,
Synergy.
a little people going back and checking out something about Daniel Bryan. Oh, Joseph. Yeah, that makes sense. Joseph's piece on Daniel Bryan from 2012.
These big
Lots of good
timers.
stuff. Yeah.
So here's an issue with this episode.
Yeah.
We didn't actually have a big top, to my knowledge. Is that correct?
Alright. I thought you were going to explain how AI and podcasting work to me.
Okay. I don't know if that's a big top. Well,
I mean, I don't know. I know nothing about it. So it could be a small top, could be a big top. You tell me.
okay. So first off, you had said HeadGum fired a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I said they're making a pivot to AI. That was a joke. They're not making a pivot to AI, to my knowledge. They are going all in on Gumball, which is their podcast ad marketplace, which doesn't need to like have podcast shows or podcast production. Sorry, real quick. Some real flopping from Donovan Mitchell here in the fourth corner. Embarrassing himself. Yeah, I heard it. Embarrassing himself by going down like a fucking sack of potatoes to Jordan Clarkson. All 135 pounds Jordan Clarkson. Come on, Dan. What are we doing?
I'll be honest. I love that pickup for you guys though.
I do too. I'm excited.
I'm a Jordan Clarkson guy. I'm not gonna lie.
But Gumball podcasting. So that's essentially how the ads go into the podcast episode. So brands buy a number of downloads across a genre of a show, or maybe they're buying into a specific show, or maybe they're buying for like a demographic of people they're trying to target. And then the Gumball ad platform will serve those ads to either that genre, those people, that show, whatever. But it seems like they just want to get shows onto to use Gumball as like their host. So like we use Transistors, our podcast host. They want people to use Gumball as their host and ad provider. And they don't necessarily need to have a production studio and people making content and paying people to make content when they could just sell the ads and make money that way.
Are we transitioning
that make
to
sense,
Gumball? Actually, I'm totally on board with you. Are we going over the Gumball?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't even get enough downloads, but that's gonna be worth it. It's stretching.
Yeah, I always thought that like HeadGum was just trying to get bought out. Was like their long-term goal. Again, I don't know anything about the industry outside of like reading headlines. It seems like that was every podcast network's dream and goal.
Yeah. So pretty much. But now they're like, hey, Ringer is talent driven, right? Ringer got bought out by Spotify. If Spotify bought HeadGum, they would not be buying it for the talent. They'd be buying for whatever ad service they could provide.
That makes sense.
HeadGum feels like they're out of the talent business. Bill Simmons better than them.
That hurts, but I love them both. So I'm
You
I'm
would.
I'm I'm
You
in like the
would.
Venn diagram of like I'm a Bill Simmons guy and I'm a freaking Jake and Amir guy. So I want them all to win.
There you go.
I guess
There you
now I
go.
know about podcasts. I'd also like to ask: are you in any legal trouble for what happened at TwitchCon?
Me personally?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Okay, I just made sure. I didn't know if you were involved in the assault at all.
No.
Okay, just checking.
I'm in the clear. I'm in the clear. I spent an hour inside the convention center at TwitchCon, and I was like, "This kind of stinks. I don't
Yeah, I
want to
was
be
going to
here
ask,
anymore."
what was the smell like?
Bad. Smelled bad. Dim lighting with like a smoke machine going on.
Did
I
anyone
didn't
break
like
their
it.
back like that one woman did?
No. Uh, you know what? Kind of shocking the event's still going on at this point when you really say a lot, when you put it like that.
Well, it serves an important function in the marketplace by it does something
Yeah, it's really
somehow.
the intersection of culture and commerce. You know,
Exactly.
that's what we're all
Exactly.
saying. That's what we're all saying.
It
Almost
seems
played the new
like
Resident
it got
Evil
you a
demo.
free trip to
But
California, though.
yeah, but like, was it worth it?
I don't. I wasn't
It
there.
was. I went with my
Oh,
wife like the week before, so we just kind of hung out in San Diego, which was cool. We saw some sea lion or seals. I don't know what's the difference. Um, that was pretty cool. Those things got character. They got character. I loved it. They were flopping around. They can swim real fast. Did you know that, Dan?
I don't know which one you saw. I don't know if you saw seals or sea lions. So how could I tell you how fast they swim?
I think seals.
Seals, I think, are the faster swimmer. They look like they're like the smaller ones, so they look like faster.
Did the seals do Kiss from a Rose or Crazy?
No. That would have been cool though if they could have really come together to make that moment happen. I'm trying to look up what seals versus sea lions look like. Guys, this is
All,
tough.
the Columbus Zoo does like they do like shows where like they do tricks. I don't know if that's bad in 2025, but
No, it is. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, they
I
do.
also went to the San
They,
Diego
they
Zoo.
clap, they salute.
There was a gorilla that broke the glass like the day before the day that we were there. But we did not see it. Which is wild. Which hey, animals don't want to be in the zoo. Who knew it?
I still think
So
TBD.
yeah, we're not gonna go to the zoo for a minute. Zoos now are a sad place for us. We were like, you know what? It's fun to see the animals. And this lion came up to the like window, just not roaring, but also like crying. And then everyone
no.
within earshot ran up to the glass, and kids were like pounding on the glass. And I was like, we can't be here anymore. We gotta go. This just feels bad. So that was zoos,
Well, if
I
it
don't
makes
like
you feel better, that lion could have killed all those kids without breaking a sweat.
That would have been cool. Should have done it.
There's still only one king of the jungle, baby.
I love zoos, and I don't want to think about the morality of them because it's like then suddenly
Yeah.
I can't go to zoos. Then suddenly I can't watch pro wrestling. You know what I mean? Like suddenly all my things are gone. I look around, I have no more hobbies, so it's like, ugh, let's just keep being a bad
Oh
person.
yeah, I get it. When I watched Jake Roberts, clearly inebriated, going on for like 10, 15 minutes, talking about his relationship with his children at a 2CW show.
Oof.
It was something. It was something. I was like, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. Maybe this wrestling
What if
thing
it
was a bad idea.
What if it was Zoo CW?
That would have been a great combo. anyway, that 2CW show coming up in November, really shaping up to be one for the books. One for the books.
Do we have
You got
any
the
matches
Rascals.
for it yet?
Got the Rascals. Got the Rascals. Got
2CW
Moose.
Legends.
2CW
Oh,
Legends.
Moose.
Moose. Everyone loves Moose.
Okay, if they got Moose, they're definitely bringing in Sammy, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Okay.
Like former 2CW champion Sammy Callahan and Rascal. It is really a TNA show at the end of the day. They also got Mike Santana.
Yeah, they already had to take out Eddie and put in Mike instead, which is probably an upgrade. I would guess. I don't know.
You know
That's
what?
me acting
Who
like I've
knows?
watched like multiple Santana or Eddie Edwards matches the last 5 years. Like, I don't fucking know.
It's
They could be
impossible to
anything.
find out.
Really
Yeah,
mystery box.
Does Santana have any 2CW history?
I don't think so.
I
fairly
can't
certain
imagine.
no.
So
I
that
don't
like
know.
I feel like Eddie Edwards probably did. So that's that's a bummer, I guess, if you're going to this show.
Eddie Edwards, a 2CW original. I was watching him with his dreadlocks live in Binghamton, New York.
And you said that man right there, he is gonna spend 15 years in TNA. I can just tell.
Sorry, not dreadlocks. Cornrows. Cornrows.
Big difference.
Big
Uh,
difference.
I can't decide which one is funnier on a white guy.
Oh man. Saw a former 2CW wrestler at the airport coming back. Declined to say, "Hey, what's up?" So that's good. That's good. What else we got cooking?
That weekend, there's a chance I'm seeing Mad Dog versus Neil Diamond Cutter.
That's cool.
I will be in the city where that match is taking place. But I gotta be honest, I don't currently know what time that match is or what time my obligations to cheerleading are. So, do you guys know that? You guys know this? You guys might not. You're not involved in youth sports, I assume. Are you guys familiar with State of Play? What that fucking is?
State
No.
of play when Sony
So basically-
announces the new games for PlayStation.
Yeah, basically,
what I
if
thought.
you pay thousands of dollars for your children to cheer, or play baseball, or whatever, including competition fees to go to these competitions, then you pay the gas to go there, and then you want to pick your own hotel or Airbnb. No, not at all. State of play competitions, they make you buy hotel rooms through them at an upcharge. It's just I don't understand how that's
So-
legal. I just
Dan, I don't want to sound like confrontational with this question.
okay. Go ahead.
What's the point of paying for youth cheerleading competitions?
What do
I
you-
say
what do you
that,
mean?
saying I would also say, what's the point of youth baseball competitions?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I guess I don't understand the question. I mean, what is the point of anything?
Yeah,
Yeah. I
but
mean,
like,
I guess
I guess
hoping
for cheerleading, I don't maybe understand the dynamics for collegians / pros.
Well, there is like what my nieces do. Well, they kind of do both, but they mostly do all-star cheer, which is not sideline cheer. Like they don't cheer
Yeah, yeah.
for teams, so they're just cheering the cheer. Like they just do the routine. So I mean,
Okay,
there
so
are
it's not-
college
it's not-
program.
It's not cheerleading; it's cheer.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're, like,
'cause if
they don't
cheerleading,
do-
you're
they don't-
leading someone.
yeah. I mean, like they usually call it all-star cheerleading versus sideline cheerleading. Is usually just like the easiest way to understand it. Sideline cheerleading, you are at a sport and you on sideline of a football game or basketball game. Now those cheerleaders also have competitions, but but then they're competing doing their routines where they're holding up the signs or rooting for rebounds or yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Where this is just cheer for cheer, just like they just do their tumbling and their stunts and yeah. I mean
Sure.
I know the point is my nieces are good at it and they like it, and ideally someday it helps them pay for college or makes them good humans.
Okay.
I hope. I don't know.
Well,
In fact, this question has kind of scrambled my brain. What is the point?
who started as a college cheerleader is wrestling superstar Brinley Reese. So they've got
Okay.
that going for them. They could be on Evolve on Tubi.
So when you really think about it, they're on a great trajectory of their life right now.
I would 100% shut that down so fast.
You could try. You could
It
try.
would never happen. I'm so much bigger than both of them.
Just don't even let them go to college near Orlando.
Gabby Butler is maybe the most or one of the most famous all-star cheerleaders, and she was briefly signed by WWE, but I don't think ever had a match. But she was on that show Cheer that was on Netflix, and all these girls, like I think she was in college for 45 years. Like I don't know how they do it. They're in college for forever. They're always competing. But yeah, she also got looped into that. And then Casey Catanzaro, I think she was a cheerleader. But they get a bunch of these poor girls.
Cool.
But yeah, the point is don't sign kids up for it. Once you get started, you can't stop. And I think the actual bill is, I want to say, $8,400. All
At that
including,
point, just put that money in the college fund.
to be fair, that's
then
two
it's like-
girls. To be fair, that's two girls. To be fair, and that's two new uniforms.
Okay,
to
how
be
many
fair.
years are you do it?
I mean,
Compounding
Casey
interest
Jane-
also.
Casey Jane has done it. This is her 4th year. and she is
Oh man, you
9.
can't be telling me that's two girls.
So-
to be fair,
So she is gonna probably, if she does it till she's 18. I mean, that's 13 years. I don't know.
that's $54,000.
Don't.
So you said 8,400 for two, right?
For 2, yeah. And
Okay, so I
some,
just
some
divided that
years will
by
be lower.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, if it makes you feel better, sometimes they hate it and cry.
That's cool. I bet that's
Make
super
me feel
chill.
great.
Yeah.
Oh man, New York Knicks. They're playing a real basketball and winning a real basketball game.
I mean,
right
does
now.
real basketball start until the second game?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's like, they're rusty. They got to shake it off. This
haven't
actually,
been
I got to look
watching-
into. I got to look into it. This might be the preseason. I got to double check.
I haven't been watching the game, but I've been watching the score. And the Celtics
Playing good basketball.
should be ashamed of themselves for letting the 76ers catch up to them, because they were ahead by like 11 at one point. And now it's much closer.
Well,
even crazier when
everyone's
it
saying the
looks like-
76ers are back.
It looks like Joel's barely playing too. So that's not a great sign.
Yeah, we got a legal injunction against him. So
I'm sorry, actually, VJ Edgecombe apparently is going to be an all-star this season.
Oh shit! Yeah, I scrolled down to that.
as opposed to sideline.
He gets it. He gets it.
Oh, that was good. That got me. That got me. Christ on a stick. Anyway, Derek White, 22 points, 3 for 10 for 3. Great stuff. Great stuff. Do we have a big top, or is this it? Did we just?
I think this was the big top. I'm trying to figure out what VJ Edcomb's rookie of
The
the
big
year
top
odds
is
are right
catching
now.
up with our friend Sam.
Plus 475 if you get on this right now. And I mean, one game, he looks really good based
The
on his
big
box
top-
score in the 0 seconds I've seen.
The big
No,
top
he has sick
is
dunk in the one highlight I saw.
me trying to distract myself from two sports teams losing right now.
I really thought you were gonna say the big top
not
was the
working.
friend we made along the way.
Anyway, 1-0. Everyone's super cool about it. Quick, just gotta make a post.
What are the chances that all 4 of our team are in the East? That sucks. You would think one of us could have liked like a West Coast team.
I think it's pretty cool that we don't have to care about the final.
Once next year, I'm going to start really seriously eyeballing a transfer to somewhere with better weather for work. So who knows? I might
mean-
end up in a different conference.
That would be, I believe, anywhere.
Yeah, no, they're. I mean, It depends on what the weather is, because doing my job in the rain really sucks. But in New England, you get every extreme of weather throughout the
Yeah.
year.
Listen, speaking of the weather, my heater went out, and because of I have an AC guy, but I can't use him because when I moved in, we have a warranty on these, extended warranty on these that transferred to us, so we had to use the people that put them in. I call the guy, I tell him exactly what's wrong with it. He still comes out, charges me for the hour to go, yeah, you were right, and then come back with the motor. So I paid 2 hours instead of 1 hour. That's $81 extra. I'm pretty upset about it.
I think that's
Big-
pretty cool.
Big Top is discovering every single level of racket.
I
in
guess
the
yeah. I'm
United
just complaining
States.
And
about.
how Dan is falling for all of them.
I just
How's
guys,
that happen,
please
man? Weird.
buy a mug.
Dan,
Please.
did someone like mark your shoulder with a piece of chalk and you just haven't? You can't see it.
I'm
Listen,
trying to put this. I'm so confused. I'm trying
What are you
to
confused
put
about?
on the Mavs game, but all they got is it in Spanish. That's not helpful. It's on
it's not
mute
with Viva
anyway, so I
Racket.
guess I don't care
This
too
guy's
much.
paying E ESPN $48 a month. I think.
$30 a month. $30 a month. I also get
You
Disney
didn't go
Plus.
for the bundle deal with the ESPN and Fox.
No, I didn't. I thought I don't need Fox. Who needs them? Not me. Dan, we got questions, don't we? Q&A are?
Yeah, we got a bunch of questions. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, like start reading them off. Give it to me.
Let me.
I can't scroll up to this high. There's too much going on here.
All right. Someone asked, don't ask us a top 10 question. Top 10 hottest AEW wrestlers on the current roster?
We all get 3, and then we have to pick one unanimously.
Tony Khan.
Oof.
This guy's sucking up. He's trying to get that Tony Khan money.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that Tony Khan
The
money.
F you Tony Khan
I've
money.
got kids in competitive cheer.
A lot of people saying Hook. I think he lost it. I think he's
Like
lost
no
a little
sex
bit.
appeal.
I mean, he still got some. Let's not say no.
No sex appeal.
But I think he lost it.
Twink Death is hitting Hook.
Santa Sting is definitely up there.
I mean, obviously, I don't know what his face looks like, but Hechicero,
Sure.
that's a
Sure.
body.
I mean 50-50, any luchador is going to be the ugliest man you've ever seen, or
just a
insanely hot.
Yeah, just like a god among men.
No, Hechicero, that bone structure, you can't teach that. You can just tell. You can just tell.
We'll find
for
out
them.
in 15 years.
I'm looking through the roster, and there's just not as many babes as you would want.
No.
I'm
I think it's like
going
not an
to-
attractive roster overall.
I'm going to the top10s.com. I typed in hottest AEW. The top 10 hottest female AEW wrestlers as determined by the top10s.com. Number 1 is Penelope Ford. Number 2 is Jamie Hayter. Number 3 is Brandy Rhodes. Number 4 is Tay Conti. 5 is Anna Jay. 6, Thunder Rosa. 7, Jade Cargill. 8, Tony Storm. 9, Britt Baker. And 10, The Bunny. And ranked at question mark are Kira Hogan and Sky Blue.
Interesting. I feel like we should not rank the women of AEW. I feel like that would go south pretty quick. But we'll go up the list anyway.
That's why I sought empirical science.
Yeah.
To take it out of our hands.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Or with the rise of musician biopics, the latest of which being Jeremy Allen White's Springsteen film, what musicians do you think will be the next to get a big one, and who will play them?
Dan, did you not know that there's going to be a Jeremy Allen White Springsteen film?
No, I knew what.
Okay. You read it like someone that was hearing the information for the first time.
I was trying to not cough.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
And I succeeded. I got rid of it. I mental power shoved it down. I have no interest in seeing it, and
No.
I don't want any more of these. I don't care about these. Also, I think it's weird when people are really into whether or not a person looks like the person they're playing.
Sure.
It just seems like just look at a picture of the person, watch the person. Then I don't know.
Yeah, it's all about like embodying that person, without necessarily looking like them.
What's the name of the guy from Succession? The guy who played Kendall in Succession. I'm blanking on his name.
Jeremy Irons? No.
Yes.
No, it's not Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Strong.
Jeremy Strong. Okay, Jeremy Strong is going to play Gigi Allen.
Sure.
I love it.
That's my pick.
I support that.
Let's see. Nope, just said this. Cole, question for Sam. What do you think of Tibbs going to the enemy Boston Celtics and informing them of the Knicks' secrets?
I'm trying to get up to date here. Reading the Athletic article on how Tibbs felt betrayed by the New York Knicks, and I think he's a fucking child.
That's fucking funny.
It was like, oh, Jalen Rickton, stick up for me. Like, okay, what the hell? Be better. So piece of shit. Missoula and him deserve each other.
All right. Another question is for you from Porik. Between Porik and Cole, who did the better job filling in?
You know what? It doesn't feel fair to give it to Cole because Cole's entire Big Top was based on the work that Porik put in. So, Porik,
yeah, really, Porik hosted the show twice.
I thought it was really funny to not even invite Porik on when I did that. didn't even give him the option.
It's illegal to have a fifth person on the podcast.
Never even crossed my mind.
Ask me to sit out anytime, and I'll just go to bed. So be like, sorry, there's no room for you this week, Pat. And I'll be like, cool. See you next week.
I'm gonna go and take a nap.
Pat, you're part of VPR, the new class. What are you talking about? You're stuck for longer than the rest of us. It's gonna be you, Porik, Cole, and a fourth.
We're like the Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Diesel, King Mabel generation.
On another episode, we'll figure out who's who. Eamon says, for the podcast, thank you. Now I know it's for the podcast. What's your favorite Family Guy joke?
Don't have one.
The pizza place salad bit is a classic. I'm a big fan of Prom Night Dumpster Baby is a classic. Spoople is a really good one.
The only one that comes to mind for me is there's one where Peter is in a job interview. And the interviewer asks him, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And Peter is looking at a photo of the guy with his family on the desk, and his little mental voiceover goes, don't say doing your wife, don't say doing your wife. So he says, doing your son?
That is a good one.
And that's a joke.
Funny show, Family Guy. Funny show.
I definitely have seen Family Guy episodes from after 2004. I can assure you of that.
I have. Occasionally, with the format of Family Guy, even like the dirt worst episodes can like make you chuckle a little bit, but they are rough to like watch.
I like the Godfather bit where they're drowning. Where Peter's like, I've never liked the Godfather. It insists upon itself, and then they're all yelling at him. Or when I feel like mine are just like ones that I see on freaking clips and TikTok and whatnot. But when Dewey beats up Brian for the money.
Rest in peace to the chicken, by the way.
That'll
Meg
definitely
killed
stick.
him.
Yeah, he got bird flu.
Domo says, this is very similar. What's your favorite Futurama joke? I don't like me and my brother say to each other a lot. I'm so embarrassed. I wish everybody else was dead, which is like a Bender line. Anyone else have any Futurama bits they love?
I don't know. I was never a big Futurama watcher, and nothing's coming to mind. Sorry.
I'll survive. Andy, for the podcast, what do you think is going on at the chair company? Now, we're not supposed to talk about this, Sam?
No, I gotta watch it. You gotta give me a week. Circle
Well, in a week-
back.
We
In a week,
gave
we
you
better have
2
watched
weeks.
3. Yeah.
Yeah. I get you. I hear you. I'm gonna make Siobhan watch it. It's gonna be
Good
great.
show. I like it. That's all
I
I'll
haven't
say.
watched it yet either.
Havens, for the podcast, favorite Simpsons bit. I'm getting a theme here.
There are a lot of. I mean, I was just posting on Twitter. Someone asked, like, what's the favorite Simpsons Halloween bit? And one of my all-time favorite jokes in the show is they have to go to there's a zombie epidemic in one of the Treehouse of Horror ones, and they have to go to the library to fix it. So Homer picks up a shotgun, cocks it, and yells, "To the book depository." And that is one of my, if you know what that's a reference to, you understand why it's very funny. And I find it very funny. The other one that comes to mind for The Simpsons is basically any joke in King Size Homer, but especially the one where Lisa's on the school bus and the other kids are making fun of her. Ralph is saying, like, I heard your dad went into a restaurant and ate all the food in the restaurant and they had to close the restaurant. So Lisa snaps and says, look, just because my dad's fat doesn't mean he's some kind of, it doesn't mean he's bad. He's not some kind of uncontrolled food crazed maniac. And right as she says that, Homer pulls up alongside them in a stolen ice cream truck, eating the ice cream. And Lisa just hangs her head, completely defeated. And I laugh myself sick at that every time.
Favorite recurring bit is like smart Homer. Like his knowledge about like very niche intellectual things like Supreme Court justices is always a good gag. Best like individual joke will change on the most recent episode I've seen. I love the "that's not how I remember it" joke about Rashomon.
There's one that I just thought of too. In the episode where Homer is a fill-in, like, rent a, Krusty the Clown franchisee or whatever. There's a part where he crashes his car and then everything is still for like a second and a half, and then he flies through the windshield. And that one always gets me.
We've done on the podcast in the past favorite Simpson episode is mine is You Only Move Twice from season 8 when Homer moves to the new town and has a new job, and just the whole exit where he quits, where he's like, Hank Scorpio's like, you can't argue with the little things, and he throws a grenade, and he's like, but Homer, on your way out, if you wouldn't mind killing people, it'd really help me out. I love that whole episode so much, but it's hard to pick out individual Simpsons jokes since it's older than most of us on this podcast. This is a good question from Tim. Question for the podcast: should Ducky be banned?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess.
Fingers on the
Very
button.
Ducky.
Yeah, that's unanimous. So I'll do it right now. There's a lot of talking that's not questions here. For the podcast from Haven, why do I have to ask questions?
don't have to.
Because the podcasts that we're ripping off do questions, so we do questions.
Yeah, I take no responsibility for the format or structure of this podcast. It's all inherited on my part.
I'm glad we banned Ducky because they need 30 minutes of content at the end. Is their comment? Oh, come on, we got plenty of content. Did you love the big top today? Porrick, how would an ice ship match incorporate drowning? I don't know if I want to answer that question or hear an answer.
It would
to
be
that question.
underwater.
Yeah, okay. Amen. This is our final question. What's a wrestling conspiracy theory you could make up and convince people is real? Vince McMahon has
That
left
some-
the company.
That some of the wrestlers are actually straight.
Ooh, that some of the wrestlers are actually good people. I feel like our Discord's always like,
That
I
one's
wonder
pushing it.
I
That
wonder
one's
if
pushing it.
Ricochet is a misogynist. No, he's just from Paducah, Kentucky. What are you talking about? Did Adam Priest vote for Trump? Yeah, he 1,000% did.
I mean,
You don't
What are we
do that.
talking about?
I think
I
we
do
talked
know
about
that
this
for
on the
sure.
You
Discord.
haven't voted third party.
No, listen.
The thing with talking about how wrestlers voted is that I believe that maybe 3 professional wrestlers actually voted.
That's such a better point.
That's you know what? You're very right. He's probably not registered. But if Adam Priest was registered, he would have voted for Trump. I don't know what we're talking about.
Adam Priest, not a big politics guy, you know.
We can
I
hope.
believe that Roman Reigns is a CIA asset.
Yeah, who do you think paid for those fucking teeth?
Never
man?
had cancer.
Every like major wrestler is a fad.
Actually, that would be a great conspiracy theory to follow people is to just make it out of Dave Meltzer's thing about the good kind of cancer. So, yeah, Roman Reigns, he had the good kind of cancer.
Oh my god.
That's the Q&A, guys. We did it.
That was it.
Yeah.
At all. Incredible. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for
We'll be
coming
back
back.
next
Right.
week.
I've got a surprise for next week, so stay tuned.
Oh shit. Hopefully it's a
no.
big top.
It's a surprise for you guys too.